Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the Tale of EO Raids Chapter 2 guide. From where we left off in part 1, we were done with the blood ritual, so we'll pick it up from there.
Oh, wait, we're done. Sorry.
And we'll proceed into the next area of Chapter 2. So as you can see, there's a lot of ammo pickups littered throughout Chapter 2, so it's not really necessary to run with headshot refund on your hunter builds. And especially if you have teammates all running munition smoke bomb, so it's not necessary to play headshot refund. Once you go past this big door after the blood ritual, we'll head for the third chest. You come to this junction here. Towards the left, it's to the next area, but we'll take a right turn and do the third chest. Cross this broken bridge, and you'll find a cave with the third chest. Third chest is done. Now we can proceed into the next area. And we're back at the junction I spoke about earlier. And now we'll make the left turn. Up ahead, you see that we are now given the spirit bow, which will stay with you for the rest of the raids. Now everyone has to pick up the spirit bow first before we can progress. So once everyone has the spirit bow, the spirit targets will appear, and that will bring up these platforms that will be up for a limited amount of time. So you need 2 spirit shots on these spirit targets, and they'll bring up the spirit platforms. You can either have 2 people firing at the spirit target, or you can have 1 player to do it. Now for this part, it's a very common practice for experienced teams to just run through. Don't stop in the middle to engage the enemies. If you have an assassin with a group vanish, it's also quite common to group vanish the entire team and then just run towards the right into the next area. So it goes something like this. Horizon here is the assassin, and I just told him to execute his group vanish once we reach here. And poof. So the enemies don't see us and we can run through without much problems. The reason why we run through is because the spirit platforms are only up for a very brief time, and so everybody made it by Adam, but that's intentional. But just in case, if you get left behind, if you fall, you don't have time, this is what you do. So this is me playing with the other team, and I told the rest to run ahead first so that I can stay behind and show this demonstration. So I stay in the middle and I'll clear these enemies. See that hook on top? That's where we need to go. Now you see the spirit platforms are gone and the rest are hit. So if this happens to you, do not panic. All you gotta do is come here, swing across, climb up, get to the other side. And once you come down here, you'll be back at near the beginning. So you just got to shoot this spirit target twice. One tip is if you're alone and you start shooting the spirit target, do not move your left and right stick. Just hold that position and press up on the D-pad again, and you will fire at the exact same spot, like what I'm doing now. I did not move my left and right stick, so I'm always shooting at the exact same spot. So now the platforms are up, and I have a clear path through. So do not stop, just keep running. And you get to the other side, just like that. So that's what you do if you get left behind. Now I'll cut back to the main team. So this was where we left off. Just clear this bunch of enemies, and then we'll do the fourth chest. It's actually optional to engage these enemies, but it's easier because you have to climb these walls and they will start shooting at you. So clear the enemies, start scaling these walls, and you'll find the fourth chest. Now for this chest, you'll find a tethered twins Oni archers. So they are quite annoying. Keep a lookout for them, communicate with one another, and try to take them down at the same time.
We're professionals.
Probably.
I keep missing this, guys.
Fourth chest is done. Now we're almost to the next puzzle area, which is known as the Fortress Gate, and another set of spirit platforms. Gotta split it into two. There are two spirit targets on the left and right side. Each target will bring up alternate platforms into the next area. So generally the right side is easier to shoot than the left side. So maybe for the more experienced players, we'll start shooting the left, and the newcomers will go to the right. So if you're shooting from the left, aim a little bit towards the left and time your shots together so that platforms appear almost at the same time to cross over. Once you're across, we begin what is known as the Fortress Gate. Now this one is quite complicated and messy because there is a crap ton of enemies engaging you while you do this puzzle. So I'll try to narrate the steps as I go along. First you go towards the left, go down the steps, and you'll find the orange attunement. Head up and look towards the left, and you'll find an orange totem to break, and that will open that door you see on the right.
The next two parts you gotta explain stuff because I can't really talk. Yeah.
Once you clear the first area, we'll go into the second, and my advice is to split into pairs. Two go towards the right, two go towards the left. Well, Y2 is because the one pair that comes to the right has to hold this switch, and one person will watch the person's back. I'm running back here because Horizon lost his way, so I'm telling him to follow me, come back up into the second area. But that's okay. It's everybody's first time. So again, 2%. I've asked Adam and Lassie, I believe it's Lassie, to hold here. And then 2% will go towards the left. So Horizon is with me. So the switch on the right side will bring up these hooks, and it's important that someone stays on that switch at all times. If that person steps off, these hooks disappear and we'll have problem swinging across. That's why we need the second person to watch the person holding the switch to fend off enemies. And same thing, while we go in pairs is I will keep this enemy busy, and I've asked Horizon to pick up the green attunement. After that, take one small leap down to break that green totem, and that will break the door, and we can proceed into the third area. So that's where the switch breaks up the hooks. Okay, now that the green totem is broken, we go into the third area, and things will start to get even more messier. Same thing, go in pairs, 2 go towards the right and 2 go towards the left. So I've led the whole team here, come to the right, scale these walls, and again there's a switch. This time the switch brings up a series of platforms. So Lassie is here, and Adam will hold the switch while Lassie will watch his back. I was waiting here to show Horizon where the switch was. Okay, so once that switch is held, it's time to go towards the left. And you absolutely need 2% to go to the left because there are 2 attunements to pick up. In fact, there are 3 totems to break. So these are the platforms, and it's time to cross over. And that's the first attunement, the green or the storm. Once you picked up the attunement, jump on these red vines and scale these walls, and you will find the blue attunement. It's important not to mix the attunements together. So take one small step down and break the green totem. Now the person that had the green totem will have to hold on to this switch that will bring up these hooks, and whoever's holding the blue one will have to swing across. And then it's optional for the people holding the switch earlier to swing across and get the orange one. But it's also fine to break the blue totem and then get the orange one at the same time. So once you break the blue one, you can pick up the orange, and then it's time to head towards the entrance here, the gate, to break the orange totem. Now while I was editing this in my original run, right after this I was showing Horizon and Lassie what to do without the enemies, but I realized the cut was getting long, so I'll be doing a separate mini guide to show what to do with the fortress gates. So I'm cutting to the next area known as the fortress, And this is basically bringing two crystals, one on the left and one on the right, and bringing up the central staircase. And to make things easier for the team, you go towards the northwest corner here, grapple this wall, climb up, and you'll find two fire spirits or huachas that you can destroy. That will make it a little easier for this puzzle to solve. In the Trials of Io, this is known as the Fortress, and it's really one of the easiest. So I've told Horizon to use his Assassin Ultimate to skip across and find enemies to break that red egg over there containing the crystal. But I'll show you how it looks like from the left. After breaking the fire spirit, this is how you go up to the left. I'll show you how it looks like on the right shortly. And we have to break this door. And lead the enemies to this red egg. It's the same as chapter 1 Overlook, where you have to kill two enemies close to the egg to crack them open. And the crystal is revealed on the idol. So there I go. I'm taking a shortcut here by taking a big jump. And Horizon did a good job here by group vanishing me. That will make my job a little easier. Also, when you're carrying the crystal, you can use your ghost weapons, like your smoke bomb, your kunai, your sticky bomb. And one tip here is to stick towards the left side of the stairs, the central stairs here, so that the red eye will have less chance of trapping you. So we did this pretty fast. I will show you how it looks like from the right. It was me playing with the other team. And the right side is very similar to the left. You just need to run up these steps, find the door, and crack the egg at the very end of it. So break open this door. Yeah, the enemies in the raids can be that annoying. And break this egg open. And it looks like I was alone here, so I took another shortcut by taking a leap to land here. If you're not confident, you can always take the long way down, but you have to face a lot of enemies. And you will see here, I'm again trying to get up the central stairs towards the left, so I'll get less chance of getting trapped by the red eye. If you're playing Assassin with group vanish, it would be extremely helpful if you have vanish duration. So that's how it looks like from the right. So we'll go back to the main team with Adam. And that's the fortress puzzle. It's quite easy. In the trials, that's the easiest trial to do and the quickest as well. So if you need to farm honor and legendary gear, that is the best time to do it. And then it's another set of spirit platforms, but if you need to stock up, there's a not so secret stash of ammo pickups here. And then once everyone is ready, spirit target, spirit platforms, jump. If you are fairly experienced, you should probably know there's a sort of a trick jump here, but again, I'm not covering in this guide. It's not meant for very advanced players. And then it's back to attunement platforms again. If you want to make it less confusing, you might want to just pick the same colors as you did at the beginning of chapter 2, but otherwise it's not really necessary to do that. For this part, just stand on the edge and jump. A lot of people will miss this jump from blue to orange, so stand on the edge and make a forward jump. And I'm again on point, so I have to tell the team what color are the platforms. Scale these walls, and now we are on our way to the 5th and final chest. Look towards the left, and there's a wall that you can scale down. If you're confident enough, you can make a very long jump into the ground below, but if you're not confident, you can always take the normal way down. And this will be the 5th and final chest. Press circle, approach. And the 5th chest is done. Now if you play with some experienced players, you might encounter them jumping off the side and you see a ghost has fallen. This is a common practice, so that once you're done with this chest, you don't have to actually climb these walls. And when the game reloads, it will spawn everybody back up here to save a bit of time. But I'm not going to show that here. I told everyone to climb up the usual way. And now for this part is also another area where a lot of people struggle to get past, because it's a mixture of spirit platforms and color attunement platforms. So if you are not experienced, you can't get across on time, what you can do is to stop at this platform, on this blue platform. See, the thing is, the spirit platform has a fixed amount of time before it disappears, so you can either choose to stop and wait at this blue or the green platform. That will give you enough time to shoot the spirit target again, and then you have enough time to cross over. So the sequence is green, blue, green, orange, green. If you're confident enough, of course you can do it at one go, but if you can't, just stop in the middle and shoot at the spirit target. Because there is limited time for platforms, so the color platforms don't disappear as long as you step. And the same thing for this set of mixture of spirit and attuned platforms. If you are not confident to go through at one go, it's okay to stop at one of the colored platforms over here. It's usually common to stop at the this blue platform and wait here, because if anyone falls here, you have to start from where we finished the 5th chest, so it's quite a bit far back. So just wait here. Wait for the spirit target, and shoot at it again. That should give you enough time to cross over. And I will end the second part of the chapter 2 guide here. Stay tuned for part 3, and that will be the final puzzle, the obelisk. I'll see you there. Thanks for joining.